Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've got another incredible recipe for you today. I'm very excited to be sharing with you how to make some delicious milk cake today. Milk cake is not a cake, it's an Indian sweet, it's a mithai. It's also known as Alwar Ka Mawa. It originates from Alwar in Rajasthan. It's very delicious, very tasty. I promise you, once you give it a try, you're gonna absolutely love it and it's gonna be your favorite Indian sweet after this. This milk cake, also known as Alwar Ka Mawa, is not only grainy, dense, rich in flavor, but it's also very moist, juicy, and when you have a bite, it melts in your mouth completely. I promise you, this mithai is very simple and straightforward. It's not as complex as it sounds or as complex as you think it is, because it's very straightforward, requiring a number of ingredients. I promise you, this is the mithai that requires the least number of ingredients, and it's going to be very simple and straightforward. And I promise you, when you follow this recipe, it's going to be 100% success. This is not the traditional milk cake recipe, because traditional milk cake recipes require whole milk to make the milk cake. Today I'm going to be sharing with you an easier version that requires milk powder, which makes it a bit more easier, and it's a bit more instant compared to the regular method, which makes it easier for anyone who's actually a beginner or trying this recipe for the very first time. This recipe, since it requires milk powder, it's not vegan unfortunately, but it's gluten-free, so anyone who's gluten intolerant can still enjoy this recipe. So without further ado, come on, let's get on with this milk cake recipe. Click the link in the description box for a full list of ingredients you require to make this recipe. Into a bowl, you want to add in your milk powder, and then create a well in the center of the bowl, and next add in your milk. You can add your milk a dash at a time. Next, using your hands, you want to mix everything up until your milk powder forms a dough. You can add in more milk as required. Your hands are going to be sticky, but I promise you this is all going to be worth it. Once you're done, your dough should look somewhat like this. Now cover the bowl with the help of a napkin and set it aside for it to rest for about 20 to 30 minutes. Once your dough has rested, now it's time to crumble the dough with the help of your hands. You want to crumble it into small bits. You can also use a fork to help you. You want to break the dough apart into the tiniest and finest particles as you possibly can. Take your time and make sure you don't leave any big chunks left behind. Once you're done, it should look exactly like this. Next, heat up some water in a large pan and allow it to boil. Once your water has boiled, now add in your sugar and stir it in until it completely dissolves. Once your sugar has completely dissolved, now add in your oil. Now stir everything up for about 5 minutes until your liquid reaches boiling point. Next, you want to add in all the crumbled dough. Once you're done, now give everything a good mix. You want to let the mixture cook until it's ready. You want to ensure you keep mixing throughout this process. During this process, you'll notice that the mixture will slowly thicken up and slowly become darker and more fragrant. Be patient and continue mixing until you reach that consistency. After anywhere between 20 to 40 minutes, you'll realize that your mixture has become grainy, rich brown in color and is releasing oil from the sides of the pan. At this point, your mixture is ready and you can set it aside. Next, take your tin or mold and transfer the mixture into it. Using a spoon or a spatula, now press it in to cover all the corners. Make sure to smoothen and flatten out from the top as well. Once you're done, now scatter some sliced almonds over the mixture. Once you're done, cover your tin with aluminum foil immediately and wrap it with a really thick towel. You want to set this aside in a warm area for about 3 to 4 hours or even overnight. Once your milk cake has rested, it should look exactly like this. Doesn't it look absolutely delicious? Next, you want to use a knife and run through around the mold just to ensure it comes off easily. Once you're done, cover the tin with the aluminum foil once again and place the rested tin over the pan over low heat. This will help creating a grainy shade as the bottom will get a darker shade comparison to the top. It will also help the mixture come off the tin really easily. Once heated, let the tin sit for about 5 minutes as it comes back to room temperature. Once it's cooled down, you can remove the aluminum foil. Next, you want to run through a knife once again. How delicious does that look? Now flip the tin with the help of a chopping board and release the milk cake. Cut your milk cake into rectangular bars of any other shape of your choice and don't forget to garnish it with some other nuts. Doesn't that look absolutely delicious? I know. You certainly feel hungry, don't you? Guess what? It's never too late to make this. How stunning and delicious does that look? Milk cake, one of my favorite recipes, and I do hope you get a chance to try it. Wishing you and your family a very happy Diwali, and I look forward to sharing with you another exciting recipe very soon. See you then. Bye.